Picture this. You're standing on a black sand beach in Iceland, watching ribbons of green light dance across the Arctic sky. Or maybe you're leaning out a train window in the Swiss Alps as snow-capped peaks glide past. Perhaps you're biting into a warm croissant on a Parisian side street while the Eiffel Tower glitters in the distance. Europe isn't just a destination, it's a collection of moments that'll stay with you forever. Today, I'm counting down 25 absolutely essential European experiences that belong on every traveler's bucket list. But first, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our travel guides. We're taking you to the world's most incredible places, one adventure at a time. Let's start with how diverse Europe really is. You can eat fresh pasta in a Tuscan vineyard at lunch, then watch the northern lights from a Norwegian fjord by dinner time. You can walk through Roman ruins in the morning and party on a Greek island by sunset. That's the magic of Europe. Everything's closer than you think, and every country feels like stepping into a completely different world. Number 25. Visit a traditional pub in Dublin, Ireland. The moment you push open that heavy wooden door, you're hit with warmth, laughter, and the smell of Guinness. Irish pubs aren't just bars. They're living rooms where strangers become friends over a pint. Find a pub with live traditional music, and suddenly a fiddler starts playing. Someone joins with a bodhran drum, and before you know it, the entire room is tapping their feet. The bartender might tell you a story that's been passed down for generations. Order a proper Guinness. It takes 119.5 seconds to pour correctly. Grab a seat near the fireplace and just soak in the atmosphere. This is where Irish culture lives and breathes. Number 24. Try croissants and pastries in Paris, France. Forget the fancy restaurants for a moment. Walk into a neighborhood boulangerie early in the morning when the croissants are still warm from the oven. The baker hands you one wrapped in paper, and when you tear it open, steam escapes. That first bite, layers of buttery pastry that literally melt in your mouth, this is what all those French baking shows are about. Grab a pain au chocolat too, find a bench along the Seine, and have breakfast like a Parisian. Simple, perfect, unforgettable. Number 23. Stay in a canal house or boat in Amsterdam, Netherlands. Amsterdam has over 1,500 bridges and 165 canals, and sleeping in a houseboat puts you right on the water. You'll fall asleep to the gentle rocking motion and wake up to sunlight dancing on the canal through your window. Step outside your floating home, and you're immediately in the city, watching bikes zoom past and boats cruise by. Some canal houses date back to the 1600s with impossibly steep staircases and windows that lean over the water. It's not just accommodation, it's living inside a painting by Vermeer. Number 22. Explore the Algarve coast, Portugal. Portugal's southern coast is carved with hidden beaches tucked between golden limestone cliffs. The water here glows in shades of turquoise and emerald that don't look real. Rent a car and chase down secret coves, Praia da Marinha, Benagil Cave with its natural skylight, Ponta da Piedade, where you can kayak through rock formations. The Algarve is also incredibly affordable compared to the rest of Europe, with fresh seafood restaurants where you'll have the catch of the day for a fraction of what you'd pay elsewhere. The Portuguese call it suave here, smooth, easy, relaxed. Number 21. Visit Mallorca or Ibiza, Spain. Yes, Ibiza is famous for nightlife, but both these islands offer so much more. Mallorca's northwest coast features dramatic mountains dropping into the sea, medieval villages like Daya, where artists have gathered for decades, and Palma's Gothic cathedral rising right at the harbor's edge. Ibiza's old town, Dalt Vila, is a UNESCO site with whitewashed streets and ramparts overlooking the Mediterranean. Hit the beaches during the day, Cala Conte for sunset, Evedra for mystical vibes. Then decide if you want legendary clubs or quiet seaside restaurants. These islands give you whatever energy you're seeking. Number 20. Wander a Christmas market in Vienna, Prague, or Strasbourg. When November arrives, European cities transform into winter wonderlands. Steam rises from mugs of glühwein, mulled wine. The smell of roasted chestnuts and gingerbread fills the air, and twinkling lights drape every surface. Vienna's markets spread across the Rathaus Square with ice skating and traditional handicrafts. Prague's Old Town Square Market sits beneath the astronomical clock with carolers and roasted ham stands. Strasbourg is the capital of Christmas, with markets dating back to 1570. Bundle up, wander through wooden chalets selling ornaments and woolens, and embrace the coziest version of Europe. Number 19. Drink beer at Oktoberfest, Munich, Germany. 16 days, 6 million people, 7 million liters of beer. The world's largest folk festival is absolute chaos in the best way possible. You'll sit at long wooden tables inside massive beer tents, each one holding thousands of people. Brass bands play drinking songs from stages, and suddenly your entire section stands on benches singing along. Waitresses somehow carry 10 one-liter steins at once. You'll eat giant pretzels, roasted chicken, and sausages while making friends with people from every continent. The rides and carnival games outside add to the party atmosphere. Just remember, arrive early to get a tent table. Wear traditional Bavarian clothing if you want, locals love it. And pace yourself because those steins are deceptively strong. Number 18. Explore a medieval castle at Neuschwanstein, Germany. Perched on a Bavarian mountainside, this 19th century palace looks like it was lifted straight from a fairy tale. Because it basically was. King Ludwig II built it as a romantic escape, and Walt Disney later used it as inspiration for Sleeping Beauty's castle. The interior is even more fantastical than the exterior, with rooms dedicated to German legends, a throne hall dripping with Byzantine mosaics, and a singer's hall that seats hundreds. Time your visit for early morning or late afternoon to beat the crowds, and definitely hike up to Marienbrücke Bridge for the classic postcard view of the castle's towers rising above the forest. Number 17. Swim in the Blue Lagoon, Malta. The island of Comino sits between Malta and Gozo, and its Blue Lagoon is essentially a natural swimming pool. The water is so clear and blue, it looks photoshopped. You'll be floating in the Mediterranean while looking down at fish swimming 30 feet below. Rocky cliffs surround the lagoon, and on sunny days, the light bounces off the white sand bottom, creating that iconic azure glow. Get there early before the tour boats arrive, bring snorkel gear, and claim your spot on the rocks. Swimming here feels like being inside a screensaver. Number 16. Visit Lapland and meet Santa in Finland. Above the Arctic Circle in Finnish Lapland, winter means something completely different. The snow is so white it's almost blue. The forest trees are frosted like Christmas decorations. And yes, you can actually meet Santa Claus at his official residence in Rovaniemi. But Lapland offers way more. Husky sledding through frozen forests, reindeer farm visits, snowmobiling across frozen lakes, and staying in glass igloos where you can watch the northern lights from bed. The Sami people, Europe's only indigenous population, share their culture through food and storytelling. It's magical for kids, but adults feel the wonder too. Number 15. Sail the Croatian islands, Hvar, Korčula, Vis. Croatia's Dalmatian coast is absolutely packed with islands, each with its own personality. Hvar pulses with energy, its harbor filled with yachts and its lavender fields carpeting the hills. Korčula claims to be Marco Polo's birthplace and has a medieval old town of narrow stone streets. Vis was closed to tourists until 1989 and still feels wonderfully undiscovered with secret beaches and the famous Blue Cave. Charter a sailboat or join a group cruise and island hop for a week. Anchor in secluded bays, jump off the boat into crystal water, and eat grilled fish in family-run canabus. This is Mediterranean sailing at its absolute finest. Number 14. Wine tasting in Tuscany, Italy. Rolling hills striped with vineyards, cypress trees standing like sentinels, medieval hilltop towns in the distance. Tuscany is outrageously beautiful. Book a wine tour through Chianti or Montalcino regions, and you'll visit family-owned estates where they've been making wine for centuries. The tastings happen in ancient cellars or sunny terraces overlooking the vines. You'll learn about Sangiovese grapes, pear wines with pecorino cheese, and cured meats, and probably end up buying a few bottles to ship home. Stay in an agriturismo farmhouse where you wake up to rooster calls and have breakfast with fresh bread, olive oil, and figs from the garden. Tuscany invented the art of slow living. Number 13. Take a scenic train ride on the Glacier Express, Switzerland. This 8-hour journey from Zermatt to St. Moritz crosses 291 bridges and goes through 91 tunnels while showcasing the Swiss Alps in their full glory. The panoramic windows curve up into the ceiling so you don't miss anything. Mountain peaks, alpine meadows, gorges, glaciers, and villages that look like toy train sets. You'll cross the famous Landwasser Viaduct, curve around the Rhine Gorge, and climb over the Oberalp Pass at 6,670 feet. Order lunch in the dining car and watch Switzerland scroll past like the world's most beautiful movie. This isn't just transportation. It's one of the great train journeys on Earth. Number 12. Explore Plitvice Lakes National Park, Croatia. 16 terraced lakes connected by waterfalls, all glowing in shades of blue and green that seem impossible. Wooden walkways and paths take you right over the water and behind cascading falls. The park changes with the seasons: emerald green in summer, golden in autumn, frozen like a fairy tale in winter. You'll spend hours wandering through this aquatic wonderland, taking photos that barely capture how stunning it is in person. The minerals in the water create barriers that form new waterfalls over time, meaning the park is constantly evolving. UNESCO called it a beautiful natural phenomenon, which might be the understatement of the century. If you're loving this European tour, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon. We're dropping new destination guides every week with hidden gems, money-saving tips, and insider secrets. Number 11. Walk across Charles Bridge at sunrise in Prague, Czech Republic. By day, Charles Bridge is packed with tourists, artists, and musicians. But arrive at sunrise and you'll have this 14th century Gothic bridge almost to yourself. Morning mist often rises from the Vltava River, giving the whole scene a dreamlike quality. The 30 Baroque statues lining the bridge appear in silhouette. Prague Castle emerges from the fog on the hill, and the city slowly wakes up around you. This is when you understand why Prague is called the City of 100 Spires. Bring your camera, bring coffee, and just be present for this moment. Number 10. Eat your way through Barcelona, Spain. Barcelona is a food lover's paradise that goes way beyond paella. Start at La Boqueria Market, where vendors pile colorful fruits, fresh seafood, and jamón ibérico that's been cured for years. Do a tapas crawl through the Gothic Quarter, trying patatas bravas here, pan con tomate there, gambas al ajillo somewhere else. Learn that pintexos and tapas are different things. Visit a vermouth bar, it's having a renaissance. Take a cooking class and make your own paella. Eat at a Michelin-starred restaurant one night, then have a bocadillo from a street vendor the next. Barcelona's food scene mixes tradition with innovation, and you could spend weeks eating your way through it without repeating a dish. Number 9. Drive the Amalfi Coast, Italy. The SS 163 highway carved into the cliffs might be the world's most beautiful and nerve-wracking coastal drive. Every turn reveals another impossible view: pastel villages clinging to cliffsides, lemon groves terracing down to the sea, yachts bobbing in impossibly blue water. Stop in Positano, where houses cascade down the mountain in layers of pink, yellow, and coral. Visit Ravello's gardens with views that inspired Wagner. Eat lunch in Amalfi's Piazza, then wind your way to Praiano for sunset. The road is narrow and hairpin turns are constant, but that's part of the adventure. Rent a Vespa if you're brave, or hire a driver if you'd rather enjoy the views without the stress. Number 8. See the Acropolis in Athens, Greece. Stand where democracy was born. The Parthenon has dominated Athens' skyline for 2,500 years, and climbing up to see it in person is genuinely moving. Yes, it's ancient and partially ruined, but that's exactly what makes it powerful. You're walking on the same marble that Socrates and Plato walked on. The caryatid columns of the Erechtheion still stand guard. From up here, modern Athens spreads out below, a city of 3 million people living in the shadow of their ancestors' achievements. Visit early morning before the heat and crowds arrive, and maybe the guards will let you linger. This isn't just a monument, it's the foundation of Western civilization. Number 7. Explore the Vatican Museums and Sistine Chapel, Vatican City. 4 miles of corridors filled with arguably the greatest art collection on Earth. Roman sculptures, Egyptian mummies, Renaissance masterpieces, tapestries that took decades to weave. The Vatican accumulated treasures for centuries. But everyone's heading to the same destination, the Sistine Chapel. When you finally enter that room and look up at Michelangelo's ceiling, it hits you. He painted this lying on his back on scaffolding for 4 years. The creation of Adam, the Last Judgment, the prophets and sibyls, it's overwhelming in the best way. Guards constantly shush the crowd, but everyone's too awestruck to care. Book tickets months in advance or join an early morning tour to beat the masses. Number 6. Tour the Colosseum and Roman Forum, Rome, Italy. 2,000 years ago, 50,000 Romans packed into the Colosseum to watch gladiators fight. Standing in the arena today, you can almost hear the roar of the crowd. The underground chambers where animals and fighters waited are now exposed, showing the machinery that made the spectacles possible. Walk across the street to the Roman Forum, where politicians debated, markets thrived, and temples honored the gods. These ruins were the center of an empire that controlled the known world. Hire a guide who brings the stones to life with stories of Caesar, Marcus Aurelius, and the rise and fall of Rome. This is where you realize how advanced ancient civilization really was. Number 5, relax in Santorini, Greece. Those photos you've seen, white houses with blue domed roofs cascading down cliffs above the caldera, they're real, and they're even more beautiful in person. Santorini is the remnant of a volcanic explosion, leaving a crescent-shaped island with dramatic cliffs dropping into the Aegean Sea. Watch sunset from Oia, where everyone applauds as the sun dips below the horizon. Stay in a cave house carved into the cliff. Hike from Fira to Oia along the caldera rim. Visit the black sand beaches created by volcanic activity. Eat fresh seafood and Greek salad at a taverna perched over the water. Santorini is postcard perfect because it's genuinely one of the most romantic, visually stunning places on Earth. Number 4. Hike the Swiss Alps. Jungfrau, Zermatt, or Lauterbrunnen. The Swiss Alps aren't just mountains, they're the definition of alpine majesty. Take the train up to Jungfraujoch, the top of Europe, where you're standing at 11,332 feet, surrounded by glaciers and peaks. Hike from Männlichen to Kleine Scheidegg with the Eiger North Face looming above you. Stay in Zermatt, a car-free village at the base of the Matterhorn, where you can hike to alpine lakes that perfectly mirror the iconic Pyramid Peak. Or base yourself in Lauterbrunnen Valley, where 72 waterfalls cascade off cliff walls. The hiking ranges from easy walks through flower-filled meadows to serious mountaineering, but every trail delivers views that'll make you stop and stare. The air is so clean and crisp you can taste it. Number 3, cruise the Norwegian Fjords, Norway. Imagine mountains rising straight out of the ocean, their peaks still snow-capped even in summer, with waterfalls plunging thousands of feet directly into the water. That's the Norwegian Fjords, and they're among Europe's most dramatic landscapes. The classic route takes you through Geiranger Fjord and Nærøy Fjord, both UNESCO World Heritage Sites. You'll sail past abandoned mountain farms, under waterfalls that spray mist across the deck, and into narrow passages where the fjord walls tower above you. Take a shore excursion to hike up to viewpoints like Dalsnibba or ride the Flom Railway, one of the steepest train lines in the world. Cruise season runs May through September, when the midnight sun gives you 20+ hours of daylight to take it all in. Number 2. Visit the Eiffel Tower, Paris, France, especially magical at night. Here's the thing about the Eiffel Tower. You think you know it from photos, but standing underneath this iron giant, looking up at the intricate latticework, changes everything. It's bigger, more impressive, more beautiful than you imagined. Take the elevator to the top and watch Paris spread out in every direction. The Seine snaking through the city, Sacré-Cœur on its hill, the Arc de Triomphe at the end of the Champs-Élysées. But the real magic happens after dark. Every hour on the hour, 20,000 light bulbs sparkle for 5 minutes, and the whole tower shimmers like a diamond. Find a spot at Trocadero Gardens with a bottle of wine and watch the light show with locals and travelers from around the world, all sharing this perfect Paris moment. The Eiffel Tower is the most visited paid monument on Earth for a reason. Number 1. Watch the Northern Lights in Iceland or Norway. This is it. The Aurora Borealis might be the single most magical natural phenomenon you'll ever witness. Imagine standing in complete darkness and silence. Then, slowly, a faint green glow appears on the horizon. It starts to move, dance, ripple across the sky. The colors intensify, green ribbons that look like curtains blowing in wind. Sometimes pink or purple streaks join in. Sometimes the lights are so bright and active they fill the entire sky, moving and shifting like a living thing. You can't predict exactly when they'll appear, which makes it even more special when they do. Iceland offers easy access from Reykjavik, while northern Norway, Tromsø, gives you fjord backdrops and Sami culture. Best viewing is September through March on clear, dark nights. Chase them by car, take a tour, or stay at a place with aurora alerts. When they finally appear, you'll understand why people travel to the ends of the earth to see them. This isn't just light, it's magic made visible. So there you have it. 25 bucket list experiences that make Europe absolutely unforgettable. From ancient ruins to natural wonders, from world-class food to once-in-a-lifetime sights, this continent packs more diversity into a smaller space than anywhere else on Earth. If this guide got you dreaming about your European adventure, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our travel videos. Drop a comment telling me which experience you're booking first, or which amazing European spot I missed that deserves to be on this list. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Safe travels!